What if 2025 becomes the final year for some of the rarest animals on Earth? A kangaroo that climbs trees like a monkey is vanishing. A lizard with a dinosaur-like frill might only have a few left. There's even a dolphin so vibrantly pink it looks 100% unreal. These creatures are so rare most people have never witnessed them in real life. And what if we told you unicorns actually exist? These aren't fairy tales. These are real animals your children might never get the chance to see. Some are disappearing right now, and barely anyone is noticing. From a marine creature once mistaken for a mermaid to a panda-faced porpoise clinging to existence, here are the 15 animals that might not make it another year, fading fast while the world stays distracted. Number 15. Brown hyena. The brown hyena is one of Africa's least recognized wild beasts. Unlike the loud, pack-oriented spotted hyena, this one is quiet, reclusive, and often lives alone. It's covered in long, ragged brown fur with short legs and oversized ears. Some people confuse it for a scruffy dog or even a mythical creature, but it's real and it's declining fast. Brown hyenas live in arid deserts and rocky terrains in Namibia and South Africa. They're not skilled hunters. Instead, they trail big cats like lions and leopards, scavenging whatever remains. They're intelligent and will travel long distances at night in search of food. When meat is scarce, they'll eat fruit or small prey. Rarely seen in zoos, they're so elusive that wildlife photographers wait years just for a glimpse. The IUCN classifies them as near threatened. In 2023, BBC Earth recorded one walking over 30 kilometers in a single night. Sadly, some farmers still poison them, fearing livestock attacks. Number 14. Peruvian black spider monkey. This monkey is one of the smartest and largest primates in the Amazon. With long limbs, big eyes, and thick black fur, it moves gracefully through the treetops, using its powerful tail for balance. It has one of the loudest calls in the jungle. Some can be heard over a mile away. These monkeys are super social, live in tight-knit groups, and use tricky sounds to talk. Their brain-to-body ratio is one of the highest among New World monkeys, and scientists say they even use clever tactics to find food. But their forest homes are being erased. Fires, logging, and hunting have slashed their numbers. The IUCN lists them as critically endangered. If the destruction continues, they could vanish completely. In 2020, National Geographic named the black spider monkey one of the most at-risk primates on Earth. And yet, most people outside South America have never heard of them, let alone realized how close they are to being lost forever. Number 13. Tree kangaroo. When you picture a kangaroo, you likely imagine one bounding through grassy plains. But the tree kangaroo is completely opposite. It has powerful front limbs, sharp claws, and a sturdy tail designed to scale trees, almost like a monkey. Its fur is soft, and its face resembles a plush toy. These rare marsupials dwell in the mountain forests of Papua New Guinea and Australia. One exceptionally rare species is the Wondiwoi tree kangaroo. For over 90 years, people believed it was extinct until it resurfaced in 2018 in the Cyclops Mountains. Today, fewer than 45 are known to exist in the wild. The biggest threat they face is deforestation. When trees are cleared, their homes vanish. Illegal hunting adds even more pressure. Conservationists now regard them as living national treasures. National Geographic called them one of the rarest animals on the planet. If they vanish, future generations might only know them through photos or storybooks. Number 12. Cebu frilled lizard. This queet is one of the rarest reptiles. It's found only on Cebu Island in the Philippines, and even there, sightings are nearly impossible. When threatened, it unfurls a big, colorful frill around its neck, resembling something straight out of a dinosaur movie. The exact number of Cebu frilled lizards remaining is unknown, but biologists estimate that only a few dozen survive in the wild. Deforestation has almost entirely erased their natural habitat. About 99% of Cebu's forests are gone, leaving the lizard with almost nowhere to go. Unlike more famous reptiles, the Cebu frilled lizard doesn't appear in documentaries or zoos. Most Filipinos have never seen one in real life. It's a species tied directly to the island's identity, yet it remains almost invisible. If nothing changes, the world might lose this ancient-looking lizard forever, quietly and without recognition. And once it's gone, there's no replacing what that piece of the Philippines' wild history meant. Number 11. Chinese pangolin. This pangolin is covered in armor-like brown scales made of keratin, the same material found in human nails. It looks like a walking pine cone and has no teeth. Instead, it uses its long, sticky tongue to consume ants and termites. It's nocturnal, extremely shy, and spends most of its life alone or curled inside burrows. Tragically, the Chinese pangolin is among the world's most illegally trafficked mammals. Its scales are used in traditional medicine, and its meat is sold as a delicacy in black markets. Because of this, their population has collapsed in the past 50 years. The IUCN now lists them as critically endangered. No one knows the exact number left, but conservationists estimate only a few thousand survive in the wild. In 2020, pangolins were mentioned during the early COVID-19 outbreak, when some theories linked them to wildlife markets. It's an animal most people have never seen, but may be at the heart of a global crisis. Number 10. Spirit bear. The spirit bear, also called the Kermode bear, isn't an albino. It's a white-coated black bear found in the coastal rainforests of British Columbia, Canada. About 1 in 10 black bears in that region carries the rare gene that gives them creamy white fur. The rest are typical black. These bears live deep in ancient forests and feed mostly on salmon, berries, and vegetation. Indigenous groups like the Tsimshian and Gitga'at people have honored spirit bears for thousands of years. Fewer than 400 remain in the wild, all within a small area known as the Great Bear Rainforest, one of the last untouched temperate rainforests on Earth. Logging, pipelines, and industrial development threaten the region. If their forest is lost, these rare white bears will vanish along with it. They've become symbols of ecological balance and cultural heritage, but without real protection, the only place future generations may see them is in videos. Number 9. Pyrenean desman. The Pyrenean desman looks like a super strange blend of mole, shrew, and baby platypus. With a long, flexible snout, webbed feet, and thick waterproof fur, it's built for stealthy life in fast-flowing mountain rivers. Found only in the Pyrenees between Spain and France, this aquatic mammal measures about 6 inches long, but it's a skilled swimmer and nocturnal hunter. It dives underwater to feed on insects, worms, and small aquatic creatures. Today, fewer than 1,500 are left. Their habitat is rapidly disappearing due to pollution, dam construction, and the drying up of rivers. The IUCN classifies them as vulnerable, but their numbers keep falling. Nicknamed Europe's most mysterious mammal, even researchers struggle to locate and study them. Most locals in Spain and France have never seen one in the wild. Their decline is silent, unnoticed by the public, but very real. And unless stronger protections are put in place, the desman could quietly disappear without most of the world ever knowing it existed. Number 8. Cotton-top tamarin. This tamarin looks like it walked straight out of an 80s punk show. Tiny body, big hair. This squirrel-sized primate sports a shock of white fluff that gives it its name. These monkeys live in the rainforests of northwestern Colombia. They stay in close-knit family groups, are very social, and use more than 30 vocalizations to communicate. Some scientists even say their calls are as complex as early human speech. But their cuteness didn't save them. In the 1960s and 70s, roughly 40,000 were taken from the wild for medical testing. Today, fewer than 6,000 remain. The biggest threat is deforestation. Once trees are cleared, their homes vanish rapidly. The IUCN listed them as critically endangered in 2008. A group called Proyecto TT works to protect them, educating communities and turning plastic waste into eco-bricks to help reduce illegal logging. Without action, this charismatic species could vanish completely from the forests they call home. Number 7. Golden tiger. The golden tiger is one of the rarest big cats alive. It's not a separate species, but a Bengal tiger with a rare genetic variation that gives it a unique coat. Its fur is pale gold with light orange stripes and a white belly. Under sunlight, it almost glows, earning the nickname Strawberry Tiger. Some people thought they were fake, but they're real, just extremely uncommon. The first known golden tiger in modern times was born in captivity in the 1980s. Every golden tiger alive today can trace its bloodline back to a single male tiger named Tony, born in the 1970s. That makes them incredibly rare. Today, golden tigers are the A-listers of the big cat world. Zoos lucky enough to house one draw massive crowds, all eager to see their surreal coats up close. They're not just beautiful, they're a living example of how one gene can turn an already stunning predator into something otherworldly, and they're dangerously close to disappearing. Number 6. Whooping crane. The whooping crane is North America's tallest bird, standing nearly 5 feet high with long legs, snow-white feathers, and a call that echoes for miles. Its name comes from the deep whooping sound it makes mid-flight. In the 1940s, only 15 remained in the wild due to overhunting and loss of wetland habitat. Since then, scientists have worked for decades to bring them back. Today, roughly 700 whooping cranes exist, with about 500 living in the wild. They're also surprisingly graceful dancers. During mating season, they leap, flap their wings, and toss sticks in the air. These birds migrate 2,500 miles annually from Canada's Wood Buffalo National Park to Texas's Gulf Coast. The journey is risky, so conservationists trained young birds to follow ultralight aircraft, teaching them the route like a flying school. Their comeback story is inspiring, but threats remain. Number 5. Blue-footed booby. You know a bird is unique when its feet outshine a beach sunset. The blue-footed booby's neon blue feet aren't just for show, they're for love. Males perform ridiculous high-step dances, lifting one foot then the other, like they're in a bird dance-off. The brighter the blue, the more attractive they are to mates. These seabirds live along the Pacific coast of South America, especially around the Galapagos Islands, where legendary Darwin studied evolution. On land, they waddle awkwardly, earning the name Bobo, Spanish for fool. But in the air, they're skilled hunters. They dive from 60 feet up, piercing the ocean with flawless timing to catch fish. Between 1960 and 2012, their Galapagos population dropped by more than 50%, likely due to changes in fish availability from warming oceans. They're not listed as endangered yet, but conservationists are watching closely. These weird, wonderful birds deserve more than memes. They deserve real protection before their goofy dance fades from the wild forever. Number 4. Narwhal. If someone says unicorns exist, they're probably thinking of the narwhal. These Arctic whales live in icy waters near Canada, Greenland, and parts of Russia. Male narwhals grow a long spiral tusk, actually a tooth, that can reach up to 10 feet long. Scientists believe it helps them detect temperature, salinity, and may play a role in mating. Narwhals can dive more than 5,000 feet deep in search of squid and fish. They usually travel in small pods, but sometimes gather in large groups during the summer. Even with their giant tusks, narwhals are shy and difficult to observe. About 170,000 are still living in the wild. The IUCN lists them as least concern, but their numbers are being threatened by climate change and hunting. Sea ice is melting faster than ever. Narwhals hold deep spiritual significance in Inuit culture and even made a brief appearance in the film Elf. Number 3. Kakapo. The kakapo is a bird that can't fly, but it can live longer than most humans. This fat, green, owl-faced parrot is native to New Zealand and only comes out at night. It's one of the heaviest parrots in the world, weighing up to 9 pounds. Because it can't fly, it waddles and climbs trees instead. At one point, the kakapo was nearly wiped out. By the 1990s, only 50 individuals were left. Today, there are just 243 alive, and each one is known by name and monitored closely by scientists. Why so few? Kakapos evolved without predators, so when humans brought rats and cats to New Zealand, the birds didn't stand a chance. In 2020, a kakapo named Sinbad became a star when he successfully fathered chicks after years of failed attempts. These birds have no fear of people and don't understand danger, which makes them even more vulnerable. Without protection, this strange, lovable bird would already be extinct. All right, now, let's move to number 2, dugong. Centuries ago, sailors claimed they saw mermaids, but they were probably looking at dugongs. These peaceful sea mammals graze on seagrass in warm coastal waters, using their whiskered lips to suck up food from the seafloor. Dugongs can live up to 70 years, grow over 10 feet long, and are the ocean's only strictly herbivorous marine mammals. Worldwide, fewer than 100,000 remain, but many regional populations are vanishing fast. In 2022, dugongs were declared functionally extinct in China. They haven't been sighted there in years. Their biggest threats are boat traffic, pollution, and habitat destruction. Seagrass beds, their main food, are being wiped out by fishing, dredging, and construction. In places like the Philippines and parts of India, locals view dugongs as symbols of good fortune. Some communities have launched conservation programs to protect them. But if the pressure continues, these gentle sea creatures might quietly disappear before most of the world ever truly saw or understood what we're about to lose. Number 1, red wolf. You've likely heard of gray wolves, but their red-coated relatives are vanishing before most people even learn they exist. With just 32 remaining in the wild, the red wolf is among the planet's most endangered canines. These aren't smaller gray wolves. They're a distinct species that once roamed the entire southeastern United States. Roughly the size of a German shepherd, red wolves were declared extinct in the wild in the 1980s. A few survivors were bred in captivity, marking one of the first successful efforts to revive a top predator in U.S. history. But that success didn't last. They're now facing threats again, mostly from humans, vehicles, and gunfire. Farmers frequently mistake them for coyotes and shoot them. In 2021, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service reported only 8 breeding pairs left in the wild. Their numbers are dwindling fast. Without serious protection, this unique American predator might disappear permanently, and this time, there may be no coming back. If you've enjoyed watching this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you very soon.